and just look at some of this video. If you're not at your TV, come take a look at this, okay? Because it was certainly a rough trip on the subways as a storm caused some serious flooding in some stations yesterday. This wasn't Tropical Storm Elsa. This was just some flash flooding that came through the area. So that was the situation that unfolded at a few of those subway stations.
Yeah, it's a Friday, so probably more people are hopefully able to stay home and avoid commuting today. But for those of you not so lucky, MTA Acting Senior Vice President for Subways, Demetrius Crichlow, joins us now live to fill us in on the transit issues. Thanks so much for being here.
Oh, thank you for having me.
All right, let's get to some of the problems. You mentioned the queue line might be an issue.
Right, so right now we have a tree down just south of Avenue M, which is causing some challenges on the queue line.
Okay, so let's just talk about what people are expecting as they head out this morning, right? Some people are saying, should I go to work? Should I not go to work? They look at the video from yesterday. They say, I'm not even going to risk it. What happened yesterday, and are you seeing any problems this morning in terms of flooding?
Well, yesterday we got an enormous amount of rain within a short period of time. Record fall for the day within 2 hours period. So areas of Manhattan and the Bronx got an enormous amount of rain within a short period of time. So as you can see from many of the videos, some of the stations were overwhelmed with water.
Demetrius, we spoke with Sarah Feinberg yesterday, and she was telling us that you guys were preparing for this. Is there anything that could have prevented that from happening?
So we pre-positioned people at different locations in advance of the storm, anticipating where we would have flooding for events like this. Since this issue was a little different, these locations had not been previously locations where we got a great amount of rain. So it did take some time for us to get crews from the locations where they were pre-positioned to these locations to respond.
Yeah, and some would say, oh my gosh, you know, the MTA at it once again, but this wasn't an MTA issue, right? This was storm drains that couldn't handle it, that had nowhere to go, so it went into the subway system, just to be very clear.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay, so moving forward, right, is there a coordination that you could make with the city then to prevent that from happening? I mean, it's 2021 and people are saying, I pay a lot of money for things not to kind of have to deal with this.
So it's certainly not our goal to leave customers without an opportunity to commute. So we're certainly looking forward to working with the city. We have the locations where we had some serious flooding, and we'll be touching base with the city to see what we can do about those specific locations.
Just to be very clear, Demetrius, people should not venture into waters like that. We saw video of people walking down steps, hopping into garbage bags. What is your word for people who you saw in some of those videos yourself?
I'm sure there are a lot of people who are just looking to get home. You know, the weather's not good, so it may be a rush to try to get home, but people should not take their own safety into their hands. You know, we're talking about a very short period of time. If they had waited 10, 15 minutes, the water would have receded. We would encourage anyone that sees that type of environment to notify an employee, and we'll certainly dispatch someone. And you're looking at one entrance. There are multiple entrances to a station, so there would have been plenty of opportunity for them to go out at different entrances.
Yeah, with that water flooding down, it looked like it was cascading like a waterfall there. Okay, so for folks who are on the trains and whatnot today, what advice do you have for them besides the queue line being problematic?
So we're actually doing pretty well today. We had a really tough night with crews working at multiple locations. They did a phenomenal job of making sure to target locations where we had some buildup of flooding. But, you know, just a phenomenal job overnight to make sure that the service was prepared to run full steam ahead today.
And expecting an easy commute home as well, right?
Absolutely. As Byron has said, we expect this one to depart us early this morning.
Well, you just made his day.
You made his day. You said his
and when he hears his name,
he's smiling over there. He got a shout out from Sarah Feinberg yesterday. I mean, he's on top of the world. All right, Demetrius, thanks for joining us today.
And Demetrius, by the way, please thank all the workers. You know, I know it's tough when people look at the video, they want someone to blame, but water's got nowhere to go, and I know you guys did everything you possibly could, so thank you, and also thanks for making the time this morning.
Thank you for having me, Dan and Betty. Appreciate it.
Good to see you.